St. Charles.
I can't live like this. I just can't.
Let's go!
Looking for another home improvement show? This ain't it. Homes? Sure, we've worked on thousands of them. You know what homeowners tell us? They love their homes, but not always the area. You want a home in the right community that fits your personality and lifestyle. So join us, Eric and Dan, as we travel throughout the greater Chicago area, showing you what it means to truly have a home where you belong.
Hey, Heather.
Hey.
Great to see you.
Yeah, good seeing you.
How's it going?
Good. How are you today?
Warm.
Just a little.
Yeah,
All right, ready to check out St. Charles?
let's do it.
Yeah, I'm loving the Terminator 2 memorial here.
Very cool.
We'll just rename it that. That sounds good.
Love it. Let's check it out.
Yeah, so we've got some cool things to check out today. Thought that we would start walking along Main Street.
Love it. Love it.
Looks pretty nice down here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, St.
Really
Charles
is.
is a great mix of history. So much history. It's an old river town, but there's also a lot of new businesses and shopping stores, a brewery, restaurants. It's its own little destination. Everything you could want is right here.
Wow, what a view.
Yeah, some of the great spots you can see right here is Hotel Baker. It is a one-stop shop. It's a hotel and a restaurant and bar.
Okay.
They have a garden for weddings, and it's a mainstay of St. Charles. It's been here for a very long time. There's an amazing variety of restaurants, everything from chain restaurants, little mom and pop places, upscale dining. You can find it all here.
All right, fine, we'll check out all of them. If you insist.
Yeah, but I'm seeing like, it looks like a newer building right here.
Yeah, there's
The older buildings mixed in.
Yeah, they've got the brewery and some restaurants. It really is just this fusion of history and modern. So it started out as a river town. So the older homes closer to the river are smaller. And then as the town grew, it built up around it. So we find everything from the little original houses, and the farther you go out, they get bigger. And then we have larger homes and custom builds. And then even outside of town, there are some like horse properties where you have acres and barns.
I like acres and barns. But it sounds like there's probably a range of prices then from like, you know, a little bit more affordable all the way to, hey, well, the sky's the limit.
Absolutely. The more affordable closer to the river are low twos. And then some of the horse properties are $2-3 million.
Wow.
Do
So,
they come with the horses?
you know, everything is negotiable.
Oh, okay.
Is St. Charles like an early 1900s town? Is
Older
it
than that.
Older than that. So, okay. Before the turn of the century then.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's much older than that. It was formed in the 1830s.
Oh, wow.
That
Okay.
was the first settlers here.
Wow.
Nice. So this was
like I
really
said,
like
a lot of history.
Amazing.
true old school river town then.
Yes, absolutely.
Now I did hear that this was like top 10 fine dining in Chicagoland area.
It is. There is such a variety of food here.
I can smell like 5 different things right now.
Yes,
Yeah, it's awesome.
yeah. Lots of little hidden pockets, and then the bigger ones that are right on Main Street.
Cool. What do you think? You want to show us around a little bit?
Absolutely, let's go.
Cool.
Some of my favorite things about downtown St. Charles, we've discussed restaurants. The Trattoria is great, and also this Mexican restaurant. Also, as you can see, there's a lot of business and
Okay.
office space and condos. So it's a great work-life environment here. Everything is self-contained. There's parking is easy. It's a safe community. People who live in St. Charles stay in St. Charles.
I like this. Very cool. I heard that there's a coffee shop down the road that we were thinking about maybe popping in on. You wanna?
There is, right here.
Cool. Let's check it out.
Let's go.
Cool.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, how's it going, Heather?
Good to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you too.
This is Dan and Eric. I've been showing them around town.
Hi, Eric.
Chris, nice to meet you too.
Thanks for meeting with us today.
Yeah, we were told we were going to meet Mr. St. Charles.
Well, you know, I don't have the physique for it, but
Sell yourself short.
well, yeah, I lost like 20 pounds.
You look
so.
good for 40.
Well, thank you for lying.
So how long you been in the St. Charles area then?
My wife and I moved out here over 25 years ago. She used to do business out here, and she's like, it's a great place to come and, you know, I mean, the housing is fantastic out here. Opened up our own business about almost 25 years ago, and then opened up a second business about 7 years ago, and haven't looked back. It's fantastic. As a matter of fact, even the one thing we always did when we had employees and we had our Christmas party, it's always like, make sure you stay in the community. You know, spend the money here, here, here. And actually, my kids to this day still laugh about it. I'm like, we can't go to that jewel over there because it's not giving the money back into the community. So,
Sure.
So yeah, it's a really cool area.
So you had to have seen a lot of changes around here in 25 years.
Yeah, 25 years ago on Randall Road, there was hardly anything, and now there's every store imaginable, and yet drive in maybe, you know, a couple of miles and you're here. You've got everything you need in here. I mean, you've got great coffee shops, vodka, yes, there's that too. I mean, fantastic restaurants. I mean, it's basically a little microcosm, a little nice little city, so.
It seems like you guys have separated your downtown from all the huge growth with the major chains and stuff, but it's still right there.
Yep, that's helped, definitely. I mean, like I said, tons of restaurants, tons of bars. Young people like coming here.
It's cool. I mean, I'll ride out from Brookfield, and you know we'll hit 64 as it turns into Main Street coming into St. Charles here. But we'll cruise through, and it's just so. I mean, it's just great scenery. Again, everyone's in a good mood. Keep eating, drinking. You know, just kind of carrying it on. It's really nice. It has almost like that. Like, I've ever been to like Lake Geneva. You know, it's got a really nice, again, old-timey kind of feel. Hometown stuff. People here spending money in their own community.
That's funny you say that, because about a few months ago, my wife and I my kids laughed at me because we live a little further west of here. We actually came in and spent the night at the Baker Hotel and went and hit a couple of music spots over at Arcata, went and maybe hit like 3 or 4 restaurants, and we basically were tourists in our own city. And my kids are like, well, why don't you just Uber home? I'm like, well, no, that's not the point. Then it's not really like a vacation.
So what else makes this a tourist destination?
I think the people. I usually don't run into rude people until these two guys showed up, and
Guilty.
but I really think that's the key, and that's the one thing I noticed since I did join the chamber, is that just the level of participation, not just in the business community, but those same people, just how much they do for nonprofits, how much involvement there is, because you know, for each person that's in the chamber as a business member, they're also involved in 1 or 2 charities that they're helping out. So there's tons of that going on, and that's what makes it a little bit more special as well.
And don't you guys also have the Kane County Fair here?
We do have the Kane County Fair. That's on Randall Road as well. And besides the fair, I believe it's the first weekend of every month, there's like one of the biggest flea markets. People actually come from all over just to come to that. And it's amazing because I lived here for 4 or 5 years, and I'm like, you're coming out here to do what? To go to a flea market? And it's amazing how many people show up for that.
I've been there.
Okay, see? Yeah.
Yeah, flea markets are crazy.
Yep.
So what is the most unique shop in St. Charles?
There is one right on, I can't forget, I keep forgetting the second word, is Mortal Kombat or something. That's it, Goulish Mortals, yes. Very bizarre, very unique place right on Main Street. When they first opened a few years ago, I'm like, God, I hope they make it, because it's so unique that you almost didn't think it belonged in St. Charles, because we're a little bit more on the conservative side, I'll admit it, but they're still in business, so still doing stuff, but definitely outside the box.
We're definitely going to go check that out.
What you don't think of the suburbs, let's put it that way.
All right. Yeah.
Well, man, we really appreciate you sitting down with us. I mean, love the town, love the vibe, and I just want to check out some more of St. Charles.
Yeah. So, Goulish Mortals, is that where we're going? Is that the name of the place?
That's up. Let's go.
Let's do it.
We're going to see that.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully I'll see you guys walking around the neighborhood in a few years.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Hi everyone, Max here from On Time Mortgage. Are you looking to purchase a new home and already own a residence? If so, it's crucial to come up with a detailed plan of attack to execute both transactions. So let's talk a little bit more about how we're going to do that. First off, and the most simplest approach, is if you have enough income to support both mortgage payments and the funds for the down payment. Now, if you're tight on income, we could talk about bringing in additional co-borrowers. If you're tight on assets, there's several methods in which we can utilize to help push you over the edge. First off, getting a gift. Next on the list, drawing from retirement. And even, in some instances, we could use the equity from your current home to push you over the edge. So let's talk about some other methods of only moving once. First on the list is scheduling a back-to-back closing. This is where the closing of your current home closes on the same day as the purchase of your future residence. Next, we can also talk about negotiating a rent back. A rent back is where you close on your home and actually rent from the buyer up to 60 days to help give you some time to make that next purchase happen. If the previous suggestions don't quite work for you, we need to talk about a short-term living situation, and you will move twice here. So whether it be finding a short-term rental, or even, and you could let them know your mortgage guy said this, live with your in-laws. It'll be fun. As you can see, there are a lot of options when thinking about buying and selling. Contact On Time Mortgage today to come up with a plan that suits your specific needs.
What an amazingly frightening place.
Why, thank you.
Jesus, where did you come from?
Everywhere.
I believe you. Hey, I'm Dan.
I'm Dove.
Dove, I love this place.
Thank you.
Hey guys, this is Dove,
Yeah.
and Dove owns the place. This is
Hi.
Heather, and this is Eric.
Thanks
Hello.
for visiting.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, amazing. So you said you're the owner, right?
Yeah, my husband and myself
Okay.
own the store. We have for the last 4 years.
Okay. So amazing place, by the way. Do you have a few minutes to just tell us a little bit about like the inspiration and how did you come up with this?
There's so much inspiration that we drew upon. We're originally from California. My husband's British, but I born and raised in California. And in LA, there's all kinds of really cool horror stores, like tons of them, all like spot throughout LA. And the main area is a place in Burbank called Monster Row, and they have 7 or 8 amazing stores that are just like, there's a bookstore, there's a costume store, there's like a old like collectibles store. And then my husband was transferred out to the Chicago office of the company he works for. And we moved here and there weren't any horror stores. We figured a big metropolitan area such as Chicago would be filled with just as many as LA. That is not true. So,
Really?
And then this particular spot on the corner in St. Charles had been available for about 2 years.
Okay.
And I was like, let's make an appointment just to see inside, because it was perfect, because the parades go through here, the Scarecrow Festival, which is like the biggest thing that St. Charles does every year, which is right up our alley, is a block away and the streets are all closed. It's amazing. So this was the location. And so we went in to look at it. It was perfect. Like within 5 minutes, we're like, let's do it. The store is set up where it's kind of like a, kind of creepy, cute, spooky in front, and then it devolves as it goes back into like
Sure does.
really bloody horror. But the first 2 rooms are set up so the kids can, just have like a little exposure to like, creepy things. I think it's really fun for kids to come in here and they kind of creep around and like, just like gain confidence, because like I feel that kids are really sheltered today. I was a parent of 2 boys, and I remember the first one I was like, no, you can't watch that. By the time I got to the second one, I'm like, whatever. But So it's just fun for kids to walk through, and I feel that they're just a little bit braver.
You had mentioned a shop in Berwyn.
It had been there for years. It was called Horribles, and they have more of like the collectibles. Like, so if you want a movie poster, or you want like a particular, like collectible figure that is, sometimes in package or out of package, like I follow them and they have like great stuff.
Okay,
But
cool. So you guys all
like,
stay
we have
in
a
touch
totally
and-
different focus here. Ours is more on the handmade, artist created items. Like I'll never have action figures, or not action figures, but horror
Dolls?
figures in here. Yeah,
Dolls?
we have lots of dolls that are made by a few artists here that, the creepier the better, the gorier the better.
I see a lot of custom artwork.
Yeah.
How do they find you? You find them? How does that connection happen?
I'm always looking. One of us always tries to go to whatever horror convention goes into town. Sometimes like people will come in and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe you don't have this artist in there. I'll say, oh, give me the information. I'll look it up, and often, I'll add them. We have had several artists truly just walk in the door with their stuff and pitch their work, where it's just been like, oh my God, can you leave it here today? It's just amazing.
That's cool though.
Like,
That's funny. They come in with a briefcase, like, well, let's see what we got here. We got severed heads. Anybody?
Yeah, and we met Chris at with the Chamber of Commerce, and he's like, yeah, we didn't know how that would fit in. And he's like, and it's been doing great. The general public loves it, and people are constantly coming and going. So it's nice. You got people pulling for you as well, which is really cool. It's a great town, and it seems like everybody's pretty receptive.
Yeah, they really have been, because again, like it's family friendly, for the most part. And like when kids come in here, they will ask me questions. I'll sit there and answer every question they have. Or, sometimes they're, the little ones are really scared of the Demogorgon. I'll say, hey, I made him. He's made out of foam. And
He won't make you put the lotion in the basket. Things like that. I get it.
Right.
I understand.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it goes really light, it's really dark. So there's a little something here for everybody that it looks like, which is cool.
And like that really is kind of our goal.
That's awesome.
Treat it kind of like a, like a specialty store mixed with a horror con, mixed with, just like a Hot Topic. It's a little,
for sure.
and all those stores in LA. It's supposed to be like a mixture of everything that we liked.
Yeah.
And our focus is on art prints from all the artists. That's like kind of, what
I've seen a couple that I'm eyeballing already.
that's what we envisioned that would be our, thing to do. And it's great because like a lot of times like you cannot find art prints at like a regular store. One of the things that I do for the store, the only piece of art that I create for the store, is the Infection collection. And basically I take pictures of people's tattoos, and then I transfer them onto leather, and then I cut them out, bloody them up, and string them up to make them look like a serial killer's like trophy.
Far out.
I mean, it's best to hide stuff in plain sight. Yeah.
Yes.
It's fine.
It's funny. People always ask, is that real human skin? I'm like, no.
Yes, dear, it is.
You should say no with a smile, though. Like, no.
It's really nice to be able to find something that's just creepy as hell to put on your wall.
Well,
so.
you nailed it. You really did.
Killer.
Yeah, and thank you so much for giving us just a few minutes, and you're very passionate about what you do, and that it's wonderful. So really, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you freaking me out today.
You're welcome.
So how do we get out of here? I'm a little upside down.
Run.
Let go!
How do we get out of here? Dove, if we buy something, can we leave?
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
All right, I'll take the They Live poster.
Sounds great. Yeah, I'll see you at the register. Thanks.
Hi everyone, Max here from On Time Mortgage. Do you have significant upcoming expenses, say college tuition, or maybe that flower bill for the wedding you're paying for is coming in a little bit too high? How about financing some home improvement projects like some new windows? Depending on the equity in your home, the value in your property, and the loan program that you qualify for, you might be able to cash out more than you may think. The most significant example that I was a part of was a cash out refinance for a client. We'll call him Jerry. So Jerry and his family, through the course of normal life events, they had racked up a significant amount of credit card debt, and they were really in a tight spot. So through the use of a cash out refinance, we were able to eliminate all of his credit card debt Not only that, but we were able to increase his cash flow as we were able to keep a similar mortgage payment to what he was previously paying. Now, what this did was put him on a structured path, right? Because everything was roped into his future mortgage to pay off all of his liabilities. So if you're interested in discussing what you can do to utilize the equity in your home to better suit your needs, contact On Time Mortgage today to discuss more.
Yeah, so Heather, thanks for bringing us to the St. Charles Bowl today. We're meeting with Tony, right? And Tony is the queen of the St. Charles Bowl. That's right. So, yeah, how long's the bowling alley been here? Tell us a little bit about the place.
This place has been open since 1961.
Okay.
Same family owns it,
Nice.
third generation.
Very cool.
We do leagues, we do parties, we do everything.
What different leagues do you have?
We have men's leagues, we have women's leagues, kids leagues, kids leagues going on now.
Nice. And you're working in a bowling alley. You run the place. Do you love bowling? Is it part of your life? I have lots of family members that love bowling. You know.
I like being here, like it's my night out.
Yeah.
I don't like to bowl,
Okay.
but I like to be with people.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, this is kind of like a community hub, right?
It's a community
I'm
thing.
guessing a lot of people aren't just showing up here because they're amazing bowlers, but just
Some are. Not me.
Has there been, high points and low points with, bowling in general? Let's say, was there a
Yes.
lull in
Yes. It goes in spurts.
Yeah.
Right now I feel like it's coming back really popular. People
Okay.
are here. They want to be here with families. So everybody can do it kind of sport. And sometimes it's just bowling's an afterthought.
Yeah, so anytime we're out and about and we're visiting towns and nice folks like yourself, well, this guy right here always wants to throw in a competition just to prove how much better he is than me at every single thing that he does.
well, not to prove, just to add more evidence. Prove it's already been proven.
Call it brotherly love. So you got a couple lanes open for us, I guess. Is that
We do.
right?
Go ahead and take
All right.
23, 24.
Sounds awesome, Tony.
You want bumpers?
I love it. I love it. This is a good one right here.
Yeah.
Only because she asked. I mean, so nicely.
Go up and down.
Maybe on 23.
Love it. That's cool. Thanks,
you.
Tony. Two? You got just that one. Well, it looks like you got two pins. Oh, only one. Woohoo! All right.
Go trying to get the gutter.
All right.
Come on now. You act so serious. Challenge is on. Bring out the bumpers, and I will beat all of the 10-year-olds.
There you go. Come around now. All right. What's your prediction?
Pain.
What is that?
That's the creep.
I got one. Onesies. You can say what you want about bowling. And these guys are using their little 10 and 11 pound balls. I got a 22 pounder right here and I ain't afraid to use it. Tonight's my night.
Dang it! Oh, just everybody's having a real good time out here. And what do I do with my hands? Go! Yeah! Yes! Up top.
Look at that, 10th frame, and who's in the lead?
How in the hell did this happen? She's up by one on me.
I didn't do any stupid Fred Flintstone stuff.
You cannot deny the power of the granny rule.
It's true.
Exactly.
So I need one pin. I always get one pin.
Was that an invisible pin?
Shut up. Turn that camera off. Get it out of here. Come on, before me. You don't see no strike. I always get one pin.
For all the marbles.
Play and see.
Yep, that's right. Strike. I win. Yep, you are out of your effing element, Danny.
Ain't nothing wrong with being beaten by the best. All right.
My dollar. Oh, man. I'm going to Sizzler.
Well, that was a stunning defeat.
Dude, Heather bowls like the world is ending. Someone had a gun to her head.
Well, that's good because it feels like the world is ending now that I've lost so bad.
It happens. That happens. So, we've been to quite a few places. St. Charles is pretty awesome.
Hey, I think, you know, it's just a pretty well-rounded place to live.
Yeah.
You got a cool, nice, like, classy downtown area with a big river and all these cool places
Yeah.
to go. But then just down the road, you got every kind of store you could ever think of.
Yeah, literally.
And there's houses from, you know, like mid 200s all the way up to 3+ million,
Yeah,
you know, and everything in between.
yeah. People have been great. Food's been great. It's funny, talking about the river, I think that really adds an element. You know, just being around a big body of water, moving water, park right next to it, you know, tons of everybody everywhere doing everything, you
Yeah.
know. And they got an old school bowling alley from the 60s, you know.
Yeah,
The Ghoul shop was insane.
Yeah, and Chris from the Chamber was awesome.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun for sure.
And that was a good coffee house.
Yeah,
Check out.
very, very
Good
nice.
stuff.
Yeah, for
I had
sure,
a
man.
honey bee latte.
Very nice. I had a Thai latte chi thing with dragon passion fruit or something like that. Whatever it was, just like give it to me. It was delicious. I want another one. So, good stuff, man.
Maybe we can get one on the way out of town.
Sounds good. What do you say? Let's do this.
Or we can stop at a bar after a loss like that. Either way.
There's a bowling alley. There's a bar here. Oh, the shoes. No, these are our shoes now. No, these are our shoes now.